Hey traders, Akil Stokes here of TradingPower.com and welcome to this week's weekend review. In today's video, we're going to talk about changing your trading style and kind of why it's important to use multiple techniques. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this weekend's video. All right, guys, Akil Stokes here. I am back. Thank you, as always, for joining me for my weekend review. Before I get started, let me just get a little stretch in. Want to show off the new shirt, the new Trade Empowered apparel a little bit. It's actually a pretty good material shirt. It's my first time putting it on. I thought it was going to be your basic cheap cotton or whatever. And this is feels pretty nice. I don't know what it is, but it feels nicer than the stuff I usually buy. But anyway, thank you for joining me for another week. It's my first week back doing a real weekend review. Last week I did kind of more of a projection, more of an analysis type video on what I'm expecting this week ahead because, well, the week before, Jason and I spent a whole week doing the Turning Point video, the Turning Point seminar, where we did 4 days of training. And if you haven't gotten the chance to see that, see those recordings, or if you're looking on YouTube, they're not there, or at least they're not there right now, but I'll throw in a link in the info part of this video, and you can go over and watch those. But we've been getting nothing but thumbs up for that event, and it's always fun doing it. But this week, back in the saddle trading, it felt good to be back looking at the markets. There were a lot of opportunities. I know Jason had a heck of a week. He did basically all structure-based trading through the trade floor. And let me just see if I remember. He just shot in how much he got in about, what do you say? Out pound yen for 45 pips. Since not trading tomorrow, booked about 76 pips of profit this week. Not too bad. Not too bad. We actually had a pretty good week in day trading as well. I'm babysitting 2 positions right now. I'm down 15 on euro dollar. I'm up 7 on pound dollar. So seeing how these goes before the day ends, seeing if we could add to our streak. It was a slow week. We only took 1 trade on Wednesday, 1 trade on Tuesday. We got about what did we get, man? I think we got close to nearly 90 pips on those. I got it on my spreadsheet. Let me just see. Monday, 24.15, about 30 something. Yeah, I don't know. We made a good amount of money on both those trades, because they both hit target too. We had one loser today on pound yen, and again, we'll see how these fare off. But a slow week, but a very good week, and a very educational week for all of the new training members that are coming through. Swing trading was busy as well, and that's kind of what I want to emphasize this week in the video. We had a situation, a structure-based trade on Euro Aussie, which I came into the week thinking one way. I did my analysis. I had my mindset. I'm going to trade it this way, and well, the fun of real-time markets happened, and well, let's just say my whole bias changed on that very quickly. Luckily, I have multiple techniques and multiple strategies I use to trade the market, so once this thing was invalidated, the next idea was able to enter, and I'll better off here. I'll show you what I sent to the syndicate members. I'll show you what I sent across the trade floor earlier in the week, and then I'll come back and look at what actually happened on that pair. So check it out. Right here, market has been oversold already. We're already showing divergence. So as usual, aggressive traders, whatever your technique is, get it inside here. Non-aggressive traders like myself, I'm waiting for a double bottom. Now, I'm particularly cautious with this one because our overall trend, we have been moving down. Again, looking at swing high to swing low, outside return, lower low, lower close. Looking at an outside return right here. My expectation is that we put on an equal measure move. We've been waiting for this for a while. An equal measure move that comes down into these 141 levels that offers a buying opportunity down here. So that's my overall judgment of the market, and because of that, I'm not in any rush to just simply click the buy button and put on an aggressive trade right now to get these up. I'm going to be conservative. I'm going to wait for a little pop right back into the DSR level. So I'm not going to be. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me change my workspace real quick here. Workspace, higher time frame. And let's look at what actually happened on Euro Aussie. So I got a few trades right now. I'm still fighting in that Euro dollar cipher pattern, down about 32, up about 16. Looking for a retracement here on dollar CAD. We actually may get a cipher pattern here as well. And again, here's my my ADD at work. Just getting sidetracked. You may see a cipher pattern right here. So I make sure my stop loss is above that. Looking for a move down, continuation down there. But let's here's the new pattern recognition software that I'm testing out with Jason. It's been pretty good so far, to my surprise. But let's go over to, what am I looking at? We're in Aussie CAD cipher pattern. Euro Aussie, there we go. Go to the Euro Aussie, go up to the 240 chart. 240 chart Euro Aussie. If you remember the video, here's what we were looking at. We're looking at a potential buy at a retest of the structure level right here. Waiting for a double bottom down there. Taking a conservative approach because we knew the overall direction of the trend was bearish. So we're looking for a conservative approach. And I wrote about this in my blog on probably Tuesday. If you don't read that, go over to ratiotradingmentor.com. I've been trying to blog every day, kind of give my insights of how the day went, what occurred, my feelings on it, and again, it's pretty cool to check out if you got some time. But we're looking at this come through, and the candle broke through. Now, as soon as this candlestick broke this structure level, this basically, this did invalidate everything I preached about before on that syndicate video. No longer was I looking for a counter trend move. Again, a lower low, lower close symbolizes a continuation in that trend. And my whole mindset switched. I suddenly went from counter trend trader looking for a double bottom with RSI divergence to trend continuation trader looking for a retest of structure and a move to the downside. And what happened is, as we stair-stepped through, we went down, 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 down. And I went to a lower time frame, a 60-minute chart. And we picked out two levels here in the live room and on the trade floor. We picked out our first level being right here. You can see we basically put in the flag pattern. We spiked down. We consolidated before the next move down. Get out of it. Get in here. There we go. Level 1 was right there. Level 2 was right here. And, well, again, waiting for the market to come back into that level and look for a short. And last night, well and behold, market came up, 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 up. Boom. Came right up to our previous structure level as I zoom in. Right there, you can see nice little doji candle at the top of that level. Had a really, really short risk reward in this trade. Entered about, where are you at? 146.45. So entered about right here, 146.45. Very, very short stop losses, 146.66. Let's make this red for the stop. Boom. And we had targets right down there at a retest of previous structure at these previous closes. So a nice risk reward. You can see about a 3-to-1. And, well, market overnight rolled over, easily banking us about 55 pips. Now, I had really extended targets on here, and I was going to do a whole big thing of breaking down this pair and showing you where I was looking for the extension at. And the extension actually happened to be, I think it was about 100 more pips away. So it would have been about a 200 pip move in total. With the trend, again, I'll take conservative first targets, but I'm going to go for the home run on second one. Once my stop is at break even, I'm going to go for the home run in these second targets. But during the day, Philly Fed came out, and we spiked back up, stopping me out for break even in the second half of my position. So I'm going to have to redo my analysis and change all that. But again, a good example of not being set in your ways. You know, we came into this trade looking for bullish move, bullish move, bullish move. We used our skill of structure analysis, price action analysis, the same thing we did on day 2 of Turning Point when I walked you through the new structure high, outside return, new structure high, higher close principles, use that same principle. And because we were able to identify what was now happening in the market, it allowed us to take that original idea, say, hey, you know what? This is no good. Take in the strategy of a trend continuation trader and successfully trade the market that way. And I always advise traders, come in with one strategy. Don't, when you first get started, just be either a trend continuation trader or be a counter trend trader. Don't try to be both because you'll confuse yourself. But once you learn the skill, you'll see that this happens more than often, even with advanced patterns. You'll have a defined level right here. You'll be bearish as soon as we get this level. Well, once that level is broken, we usually get those retests of structure, just like how a trend would work. New structure high, outside return. Once we break and close above the new structure high, or our previous structure high, we get a new structure high. Light bulb goes off, trend continuation. What do we usually get? A retest of structure. Where does that retest of structure usually come to? Our previous structure high. Resistance turns support. We see it all the time. If you know how to trade it both ways, then all you have to do is wait for price action to get to that level, and then whatever the market tells you is going to dictate how you do it next. And that's all part of having a plan and whatnot. But I thought that was a good lesson for this week. Aside from that, we had a great week on Aussie. I got an email from a trader about back testing and certain pairs not doing too well, and I responded saying that that's why it's important that we trade a portfolio. There's going to be times where Euro Aussie is just horrible. We have a month straight of swing trading is just bad, loss after loss after loss. But at the same time, we may have a pair like Euro Pound, which is just killing it. And having that portfolio is kind of it evens things out. It allows that equity curve to be smoother. One may be doing poor, the other one may be doing great, and it smoothly rolls up instead of just being straight down and then straight up. And we saw that this week with Aussie dollar. First day back in a live room since about a week ago, more than that. And we started off with a good day. We had about 3 trades we took today, or 2 trades actually on the lower time frames. We had a pound dollar trade, which was we had a bat pattern right here, as you can see. Well, not yet, but we had an X to A to B, B to C, C to D pattern right here. I actually got stopped out on trail stops before we had a chance to roll all the way over to my extended targets. But again, a scratch trade, a breakthrough trade is like a winner in my book because I'm not losing anything. The one winner we did have came on Aussie dollar, and this was a real simple base trade. It was a structure based trade, so nothing too fancy here. We did our top down analysis from the higher time frame. So we looked at the 4-hour chart, really the 60-minute chart. We identified a resistance level. There's actually a little wedge pattern in here as you can see my lines. I don't personally trade wedge patterns or triangles and all that stuff, but it was there. We did our analysis. We waited for a conservative entry in the form of a double top. We got involved right up here at about 93.80. Very short stops, looking at about 93.91. And we rode down to target ones here at 93.65 and looking to get target twos sit a little bit lower down at 93.50s. It was pretty cool. This is the first day I had a bunch of new members in the live room, a lot of members that are coming through my training course. And I always like to ask, when we do structured trades like this, because usually the pattern trades, the targets are easy. It's just, hey, throw a Fibonacci up there. For the structure-based trades, I like to ask the trader, said, hey, where are you thinking of taking targets at? It doesn't matter if you're demo account, live, or not even involved in it. If you were short, like I am, where would you take targets at? And we had one trader that actually nailed this level right here. He said 93.65. I said, why? And I wish I had my deal open so I can actually tell you what he exactly said. But he said, I just got the feeling that the market likes that level, or the market respects that level. And the answer I was looking for was structure. And he's like, I don't know how to explain it without showing you on my chart, but the market just seems to like that level. And I said, I think his name was Edgar. I'm like, I'll get the names down a few weeks from now. But I'm like, you're dead on. And what we did was we scrolled up the charts and we just looked at previous structure levels. I said we've hit that level one time. We had our DSRs on there too. We hit that level one time, 2 times. If I can drag this thing, 3 times, 4 times, and we just kept going back and drawing these levels on. And to everyone's surprise, well, except for well, not to everyone's surprise, but we did test that level multiple times, and I said, hey, that's a great sign of when you're identifying where to take targets off at. You don't want to be greedy. You don't want to shoot all the way down for the bottom. You want to take targets off at the level you think is most likely to be respected next. And you can see that was it. So we got our targets off there. I think we banked about 15 pips off of that, 15 pips off of that level. Now we're looking for target twos down a little bit lower. But a very good trade, a pain-free trade, and a heck of a way to start the week off. And actually, just speaking of Aussie, I'm back. I just read over one of our forums. I think Aussie dollar likes you, Akil, all that profit. On the higher time frame, we've been making a killing off Aussie. I mentioned this wedge pattern earlier. Let me just go out to a 60-minute time frame and show you guys what we've been up to higher time frame as well. If I delete all this stuff, Aussie's putting a heck of a back-to-back. I'll leave it up for a little bit. Let me see if you guys can see it first, and I'll walk you through what we were looking at. All right, we're actually looking at two advanced patterns on Aussie. On Monday, we had this. We had an X to A to B, B to C, C to D Gartley pattern completion. You can see that rolled over for two targets. Then this morning, or it might have been during the London session, sometime while I was sleeping, we had an X to A to B, B to C, CD Gartley completion right down here as well. So we had two back-to-back Gartleys here on the 60-minute chart as well. And Jason and I, when we were doing our war room briefing this morning, I brought this up and I said, when you measure this out, it doesn't really look like much. If I'm measuring out my potential profit from here, I'm looking at an entry at 93.85 and I'm saying, man, 93.70s, only 15 pips to target one, only 23 something pips to target two. It just seems like small amounts, but when you add this type of stuff up, when you're looking at the numbers and you're looking at, we had a target one winner for 15 or 16, we had a target two winner for 25. Well, that's 40 pips right there. Then we come back with the opposite one, it looks small again, 93.32, and looked like only 20 pips to target one, and 35 pips to target two. Well, now you're looking at, again, target one winner, target two winner. You're adding all that stuff up, and right there, is probably about a little close to 100 pips in profit off these two moves. Just in this little consolidation area. So it may seem like it's a dud pattern. It's we all want the big winner, the 100 pip, profit target pattern off the euro dollar daily chart. But these small ones add up. And, we talk about trading, you can start with one time frame. Well, just between the 60-minute and then the work we did in the live room today, again, we've banked 90 something on these two patterns. We've got another 16 in the live room this morning. I mean, what else do you need? Don't be greedy. Take what the market gives you. And if you're in front of your analysis, if you use your IPDE and you're ahead of this stuff and you're confident and you're willing to pull the trigger, you'll slowly bank up these pips without even knowing it. So I did want to touch on that because I feel it's important. Again, we brought it up this morning in the war room briefing, but many of you aren't in that, which just hit me. So hopefully, this gives you some confidence to give you some more insight as well. All right, traders, that's it for this week. Hope you enjoyed my review. Once again, I want to say this, for you guys that were in the last 12-week transformation and for you guys that are in a new 12-week transformation, I just really appreciate the use of the trade floor. We didn't get not the trade floor, but the private room we have inside the trade floor. We've been getting a lot of back and forth in this private chat, and it's been great because it's a chance for, especially you guys that are new traders, for you, the new 12-week transformation members, it's a chance for you to kind of interact with people from the last go around. And not only can they lend advice, and usually when you lend advice, it makes you a better trader, but they can help you mentally as well. I've read some of the chats on there, and people are saying, hey man, don't worry about it. It took me this long to really get used to it, but it finally clicked. And a newer member responding, oh man, that's great to hear. I was always worried about how long the learning curve is and can I really do that? So hearing that you were able to do it is a boost of confidence. I used to be that person. I probably still am, but I used to be that guy that came right out of Jason's trading course and was a success story, and people latched on to me because of that. And as I get bigger in the education business, I kind of start to, not purposely, but I separate myself from that. People are now, expecting me. I'm not just the trader that came from cleaning toilets to professional trading. Now I'm just a professional trader. So to have other people that you can look to do that is just great. So I'm digging the conversation, guys, and hopefully it doesn't burn out. Hopefully we can keep this going as a powerful asset. But thank you again for joining me. You guys have a great weekend. It's a beautiful day outside. I'm gonna go remove some trees from the lawn. Woo! And for you guys that were asking, I know a lot of you follow me in my track success. I did have a girl make nationals. She is the 19th fastest girl in Division II in the nation in the 100-meter dash. So we're going to be in Michigan next week. Probably no weekend review next week. We're going to be in Grand Valley, Michigan, going against the best of the best. So wish us luck. I may get something out to you for the weekend, but if not, I'll still try to blog every day. And well, maybe I shouldn't say that. Just check the blog every day. If something's on there, something's on there. But until next time, plan your trade your plan. Good luck this weekend, and good luck next week in the market, guys.